Hi, my name is Phil Grande, philsgang.com. I'm going to tell you something about your 401k that you don't know. You know the 401k is a tax code? That's what it is. Here's how it worked. In the 80s, you had pension funds, but they decided to give their CEOs a benefit on top of the pension. It was called 401k. That was to shelter their income. That way they could keep the CEOs because it was very competitive. But when all the jobs were shipped overseas, they no longer could keep pension funds. Too expensive. So they shifted all their employees to a 401k, duping you, thinking it was a good deal. But what they did is they charged hidden fees, which amount to about $250 billion a day, that they gave to lobbyists to go to Washington to make sure that this 401k would never be transparent. Here's what came of it.
Responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
That's right. So join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. You know, many people left the stock market after the crash, and here's why.
Responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
And that's still going on. That's your planner. They don't represent you. They represent themselves, your money manager. But you have to make a change. You can't change them. You make the change. Join my gang, philsgang.com, so that we can take care of you. philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You ever notice they always tell you to buy, but they never tell you to sell? They never tell you to sell. Well, I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you understand. When you buy a stock, and if all you do is buy, and you never sell short to make money where they're going down, you have to be so good. That means you got to buy the companies that are always going up. Nobody's that good. Nobody could possibly be that good. You got to make money just like you make money when you buy a stock. You got to make money when a stock goes down. That's how you even the playing field. That's how professionals make money. They make money going up and make money going down, but they don't tell you that. They just want you to try to make money going up. They don't want you to make money going down because they make that money on you. Join my gang, Phil's Gang. Learn how to short stocks at philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. You know, everybody, the hot stocks Apple or Google, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. What people don't understand is every stock is the same. If the institutions buy it, it goes up. If they don't, it goes down. It doesn't matter the name. That's why we use charts to identify money in, money out. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, my name is Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know we're going to have not only a stock market crash in 2016, but a housing crash in 2016. Don't you like how they tell us the housing's in recovery and the market's in recovery and the economy's in recovery when it's not? It's in a bubble. Take housing. They loaned to a Wall Street firm called Blackstone. $7 billion. They buy 41,000 houses to go rent. Are you nuts? When they can't collect the rents anymore, those houses are going on the market and going to depress the real estate business by 30 or 40%. It's the same thing with stocks. They loan people money 600% more than they ever did before to buy stocks. That's all debt. And when the market goes down, they're going to have to dump those stocks to pay back that debt. And boy, will the market drop. Join my gang. Learn how to short. philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Time is the one thing that we want more of. Without the donors, I wouldn't have my Audrey. They take care of our housing. They take care of our food. In addition to the best medical treatment that my daughter could ever have. So it allows me to focus on my daughter and getting her better.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
We're on our best 2-year job creation streak in 20 years.
What are you, nuts? Who'd believe that? Let me tell you the truth. First of all, the 292,000 jobs we got in December 2015, and they told us the unemployment rate is 5%. Not true. You can't trust these people on Wall Street. You can't trust the press. What they don't count is, in December, for example, the 615,000 discouraged workers. A discouraged worker is a person unemployed, gave up looking for work, but this administration does not count them as unemployed. when calculating the 5% unemployment rate. Instead, they classify the scourge as marginally attached to the labor force, but they're not considered part of the labor force or part of the unemployment. That's why you can't trust what they tell you. If we back into 625,000, the real unemployment rate is 12%, not 5%. That's why you got to join my gang, where you get the truth and where we use charts. Join the gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Be sure to watch the Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grande, weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on various devices like smartphones, tablets, your computer, and more. Get free access to the Phil's Gang Show right in your hands at home or on the go. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com and click on the Listen Live link. And we'll see you on the charts.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
We still see growth in the economy and some modest growth in earnings this year. We do expect, or we still like those sectors that are most leveraged to the economy. And again, as the economy recovers from the manufacturing slump of late last year.
Oh, give me a break. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. Oh, my God. You know, it's amazing when I listen to these guys, the jibber-jabber, what they're talking about. It just makes no sense. It's unbelievable. Welcome to Phil's Gang. God, let me give you the number to call if you want to subscribe to my site. I have some good numbers today. We have been in copper. And remember, I told you, how many times did I say, join the gang? Join the gang now. We're starting with copper. Then I gave you refiners. I said, we're going to start with refiners. Nobody's want refiners. And we picked up one refiner, a couple of them actually. And I'm giving you those numbers, and they're just going through the roof. I wish you were part of the membership. But here's what I'm going to do. Let me give you the number, 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-GANG. You can call Denise, Stephen are there to take your phone call. Okay? Or you can go to my site, philsgang.com. We got so many services. I'll get into those in a little bit. But one of the best services for you folks who are working and you're busy all the time, again, join my gang and get what we call the Working Investor Program. Now, for all my gang members, don't call to find out about it. You're already part of it, okay? So it's just one of the many programs. And we have a basket of programs. And the $49.95, you're in all of them. But this one particular one is excellent for people who are just starting out. It's such a beautiful program. It works. We use what we call our PT2 chart. Works beautifully. Gives you the buy order, the seller, and we work with you every day holding your hand. You're not alone. We hold your hand, okay? Everything's archived. It's absolutely perfect. Because we got to do something. You know, I come on here every day and I go, here's the telephone number. Somebody, if you want to call, blah, blah, blah. Look, I don't have all the answers. I don't, but I can tell you this, that baby boomers are nearing retirement and they're finding out that, you know, hey, they're panicked. They're panicking. They should panic. I mean, let's think about this. Even if you're in a 401k, you're not doing well. This stock market rally that started in 2009, remember this rally? It was front-loaded. It was rigged to go to the upside. It was rigged. It was front-loaded. Here, listen. Not kidding.
We front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally in order to accomplish the wealth effect.
Sure. Just like what Bush did, he accomplished the wealth effect with housing, using housing as an asset, using the housing asset, right? He duped everybody. Now they're going to dupe everybody with front loading the stock rally because this rally doesn't have earnings. In fact, this rally that's going up in the last few weeks, after we had the January sell-off, it's all, once again, about stock buybacks. Remember, you can't do stock buybacks when you're reporting earnings. So everybody had to stop doing stock buybacks. We have a historic number of stock buybacks. We have a historic number of the amount of money that's being pulled out of the market by mutual funds. Historic number being pulled out. So to mask that, they're running in so stocks don't drop. They're running in, and the companies, the S&P 500 companies, are buying stock, incredible amount of stock. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. But I got to tell you, I listened to all this nonsense going on with this, what's going on with the Chicago, with the Trump rally and how he started it and all this nonsense. I listened to the Sunday shows, and I said to myself, are they going to keep wasting their time? They keep on putting in this loop, this one visual, this one clip of these two guys fighting in a Chicago stadium. 2 guys out of 25,000. Don't we have more important things to ask? I mean, they're there on Meet the Press or on every Sunday show, and this is what they're talking about. 2 guys fighting in Chicago. Now, here's what I don't get. I'll bet you this. If that was Rubio or Kasich, that was their organization. Their people were in a Chicago stadium. I'll bet you the press wouldn't report on it. And when you ask them, how come they're not reporting on it? They would say, well, it's a non-event. 2 people fighting out of 25,000? That's a non-event. But it's Trump, and they don't want Trump to be president. But my point is, we got a lot more important things to talk about. Why didn't they yesterday start talking about important things? Same thing with this morning. Listen to this. This is Mika.
He has an obligation, obviously. He also has a massive opportunity to do something amazing. And instead of taking that opportunity and that platform and pivoting and running with it and urging not only peace but something beyond that, he's the Wizard of Oz. He's just the man behind the curtain doing nothing.
Well, wait a minute. What about you? Let's flip it. This morning, you had an amazing moment, Mika, to change things. Why don't you ask some questions, important questions? This morning, they could have done an amazing thing. They could have said and interviewed Trump or any of the candidates. And, I mean, they had, 2-hour show? They could ask them good questions like, are you going to continue creating a fake recovery by loaning near free money to the government? If you're president, if you're going to be president, wouldn't this be a better question than talking about 2 people fighting in a stadium? I want them to ask all the candidates. They should ask the question, look, let's forget about 2 people fighting in a stadium. You're going to be president. Are you going to continue with this fake recovery? Are you going to continue by loaning free money to the government so they can report how they're doing a great job lowering the deficit, and therefore the recovery is doing fine, when it's not doing fine? When you're giving free money, if you're going to become president, if you're going to be president, are you going to continue this deceit, giving money to the government almost free so they can lower the deficit? That's like cheating. And here's the problem I would ask them. If you continue to keep loaning the government near 0% money so they can look like heroes and say they're reducing the deficit, lowering the deficit, but wait a minute, that near zero money is killing us. It's killing jobs. It's killing savings. It's killing capital investment. It's killing our bridges. It's killing our schools, our roads. We don't have any money for any of this stuff. Are you going to continue doing this? I would point out to these guys, to the candidates, the stock market's up over 160%, yet most Americans are not sharing in the recovery. The top 1% of income recipients are wealthy owners, the now called donor party, which includes most of the highest ranking corporate executives. They reap all the income, all the gains. Well, good jobs keep disappearing overseas through outsourcing, making companies even more profitable. And yet, new employment opportunities are not there. And when they are there, they're underpaid. What are you going to do if you're president? Corporate profitability is not translating into widespread economic prosperity. What are you going to do to make sure it does? See, this is what we should be talking about, not two dopes swinging it out. What does that prove? That's stupid. We'll be right back. Join the gang, Phil's gang.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, my name is Phil Grande, philsgang.com. The 401k big lie. They tell you invest $10,000 a year for 30 years, compounded at 6% annually. You will have a grand total of $245,000 to retire. That is not true. That is not the truth. What they don't tell you is the hidden fees. There's 27 hidden fees in your 401k. When you're all done, you lose half of what you put aside for your retirement. That's right, half. And another thing, you're not allowed to do individual stocks in a mutual fund. And you're not allowed to make money when stocks go down. That's ridiculous. Would you buy a car with just forward and no reverse? Why would you ever be in a fund that you can't make money when the stock market goes down? Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, my name is Phil Grande, philsgang.com. The 401k big lie. They tell you invest $10,000 a year for 30 years, compounded at 6% annually. You will have a grand total of $245,000 to retire. That is not true. That is not the truth. What they don't tell you is the hidden fees. There's 27 hidden fees in your 401k. When you're all done, you lose half of what you put aside for your retirement. That's right, half. And another thing, you're not allowed to do individual stocks in a mutual fund. And you're not allowed to make money when stocks go down. That's ridiculous. Would you buy a car with just forward and no reverse? Why would you ever be in a fund that you can't make money when the stock market goes down? Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
AMBA, and I've lost over 30K on it, but it had excellent earnings the last several quarters, and they make the cameras and drone equipment. I don't know why it's so weak these days.
It's so weak these days because you don't pay attention to what they make. You don't care about their earnings. The problem is the institutions are pulling their money out, and that's all you need to know, and that's what we identify in the chart, and that's why I become a Phil's Gang member.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Listen to what Fisher said, the former Fed governor.
We front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally in order to accomplish the wealth effect.
That's right. Did you hear that? They took the stock market, front-loaded it, ran at 200%, so we ended up not only with a fake stock market, but fake GDP, fake money, fake jobs, fake prices, fake everything. But we took advantage of that, and we're going to take advantage again. That's why I told my gang in May to short the market. On 5/29, that's May 29th, I'm telling you to short the stock market. And we were right. And the market went down over 11%. That's why you got to join my gang and learn how to short stocks just as much as buying them. Learn how to short with me, Phil Grande at philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. There is only one talk show host, Phil Grande, who delivers both social and financial talk. Not even Hannity or Rush can deliver a 1-2 punch like that. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Phil Grande is unique, the industry leader, the first talk show host ever to combine social issues and finance into winning stock market ideas. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, it's been 7 years now since Obama ordered his Fed chairman to lower the savings rate from 5% to less than 0.25%. With a false narrative, it would spur economic growth and jobs. Everyone would have an opportunity in this economy. That's what he said. But what it spurred was a front-loading of the biggest, fake, unsustainable stock market rally of 200%. That's what it spurred. Now, most people did not participate in that rally because people got out of their 401k in 2009. And they said, just get me out. I want nothing but fixed income. And they got killed because with low interest rates, fixed incomes get murdered. You got to know what you're doing. If you're going to really retire, you got to be associated with the stock market. That's why you come to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Anybody who puts money in my pocket is my friend. And Phil Grande can do the same for you. Learn how to grow and invest your money. Here's Phil Grande. Stock Corner is brought to you by the Phil's Gang video channel. Go to philsgang.com. Click on the video channel graphic and check out Phil's free videos on the market, economy, and current events.
Okay, welcome back. We're going to take a look at a few of our stocks today. I want to discuss with you copper. Now, if you recall, it was February 16th. February 16th. The symbol is FCX. I'm going to put this on a video tonight so you can see this. So for you people within joining the gang, you'll see what I was talking about was true. There was a buying opportunity on the stock. Okay, you could have bought the stock, FCX, around February 16th. We had a buy signal. We had a great buy signal on this stock, and I mean it was just a perfect buy signal. Now, this stock, if you go back to, let's go back to February 12th, okay, or even go back to February 16th. We had a confirmation on the PT2. It was wonderful. And the stock now, copper, is up 87%. I'm going to put this up on our video tonight so you can see this. So you can see, how on the homepage how easy it was. You join the gang, and at 1:15 every day, we have what we call Working Investor Program. We have a coach, and he'll coach you through these stocks every day. And if you're busy and working, you don't have time, he picks the stock and says, this is the one we're going to work with. Now, this one stock right here, let's say you even got in later. I mean, we're talking 87%. You could got 40%. You could got 10%. And you're being coached. All the work's being done for you, for heaven's sakes. Retirement. We've got a lot of people ready to retire, and they don't have enough money to retire. You're not going to make it with your 401k, believe me. So we'll check this out tonight. And remember now, not just the PT2. We have a lot of services. Nobody does what I do. Every morning, around 8 o'clock, we start with Coffee Talk, and we go over the market, pre-market, tell you everything that's happened overnight, where I think the stocks are going to go. I give them my gang bonus stocks. I explain everything to them. 9:30, the stock market opens up. I'm with them from 9:30 to 11. You email us. I answer the questions. It's live. It's right there, helping you all along with your stock. Then we do updates at 1:15. Then we do it right before the radio show at 3 o'clock. After the radio show, I do another market wrap. All day we're with you, assisting you and helping. We want you to be successful. We want you to be successful. It's $49.95. All we ask you to donate to St. Jude. That's all. So check it out. So tonight we're going to do a video on FCX. When I get back from my next break, we're going to take a look at, remember I told you, the refiners, MRO. MRO, I told you to buy that. It's now up 25%. We'll take a look at that. We'll put that on the video too. But let's get back to what's going on here. So this morning and all weekend, all we're watching is that loop. That same loop. It must have played 1 million times of these two kids or these two guys fighting in Chicago. 25,000 people, but these two, oh, that's important, just two people. And all they're going to talk about is this nonsense.
They knew exactly what they were doing. Yeah. They knew they'd get more press coverage this way. They knew they'd charge up their supporters. It was all a made-for-TV protest.
So here's Scarborough talking about all made-for-TV protest. This is what they talked about all morning. Why don't they get the candidate on, Trump or any of them, and ask him some hard questions? This is amazing. Example. The stock market, even after it sold off in January, it's up 160%. I want to ask them, why is it the stock market's up 160%? If you're president, what are you going to do about this? Job growth is anemic. Wages are flat. We have a $19 trillion national debt. Our budget, a shortfall, $3.6 trillion. There's no money for our crumbling roads, our bridges, our dams, all kinds of public infrastructure, all crumbling. Our public schools, our police, our fire departments, all underfunded. So where did all the money go? And I'll tell you where it went. Then you tell me what you're going to do if you're president. All the money went to stock buybacks. Since 2008, 54% of all the profits of these companies, instead of plowing the profits back into the companies for capital expenditures, which create jobs, instead, they took 54% of all profits and they put it in their pockets through dividends, through options, through bonuses. So there's no money left. That's why we have a $3.6 trillion budget shortfall, and why when you drive down the road, you wreck your car. The bridges are old because these greedy people, $3.6 trillion budget short. Where does this money go? In the CEO's pockets. They're not plowing money back into the company in capital expenditure. When you plow your money back in, you create jobs. You increase wages for the people who are working there already. You increase new jobs. But that's not happening. Last year, corporations spent $700 billion in stock buybacks to push up stock prices, instead of plowing the money back into the capital investment. Why? Because their stock prices are dropping. Why? Because the economy is terrible. Why? Because companies aren't putting money back into their companies, spending on capital expenditures, which create jobs all the way down. It's like a domino expense. Nobody's been doing this since 2009. So they artificially keep the stock market up so the CEOs can exercise their options. All the jobs they outsource, when that profit comes back, they put it in their pockets, raise dividends, no value for the company, and nothing for the people that work there. What are you going to do about it is what my question would be. We'll be right back after this break. 28 past the hour.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Everybody was asking me, how did I know to short Ford when it was November and it was when Aunt B was telling us everything was fine? Well, what people didn't know is Aunt B was lying to us, because when she was raising the rates, machinery sales were down 5.6%, computers were down 8.7%, communication equipment sales down 21%. I took a look at our chart and I saw that institutions were pulling money out of Ford. So we said, let's short Ford. And we did that in November, on November 10th, because my charts told me there was a big sell signal, and we took advantage of it. And you know that stock Ford has now dropped 17%. That's the return my gang has now, 17%. Don't follow any of the jibber jabber from CNBC or the Fed. Follow me. philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Time is the one thing that we want more of as a St. Jude parent. Without the donors, I wouldn't have my Audrey.
El que St. Jude no cobra ni un centavo para nosotros significa quitarnos todo ese estrés, esa preocupación y podernos enfocar en nuestra hija.
That was the first thing I was like, how are we going to do this? When they told us that we didn't have to pay a single bill, I was like, wow, they pretty much have saved us.
They take care of our housing. They take care of our food. In addition to the best medical treatment that my daughter could ever have. So it allows me to focus on my daughter and getting her better. Time is the one thing that we want more of as a St. Jude parent. Without the donors, I wouldn't have my Audrey.
El que St. Jude no cobra ni un centavo para nosotros significa quitarnos todo ese estrés, esa preocupación y podernos enfocar en nuestra hija.
That was the first thing I was like, how are we going to do this? When they told us that we didn't have to pay a single bill, I was like, wow, they pretty much have saved us.
They take care of our housing. They take care of our food. In addition to the best medical treatment that my daughter could ever have. So it allows me to focus on my daughter and getting her better.
What is Phil's Gang? Phil'sGang.com is a subscription website service that host Phil Grande has been teaching and providing daily stock investment recommendations for over 15 years, all in the name of making its customers educated investors and helping the kids at St. Jude's Children's Hospital. If you want to take charge of your financial future, then do not wait any longer. For only $49.95, become a Phil's Gang member today. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. We're hitting a new year, and you should, at the same time, come in with a new attitude, a new philosophy that you're going to make money when the stock market goes down. That's right. This is the third bubble, and you don't think it's going to crash? The first bubble did. The dot-com, the second bubble, the housing and financial con. Why do you think the third bubble, which is twice as big as the two previous bubbles, is any different? It's not different. Matter of fact, it's worse. It's going to go down faster. The stock market is going to go down 50%. You're going to lose 50% of the money you have in the stock market. You're going to lose 45% of the equity you have in your home. You're going to lose 30% of the money you have in your savings. Yes, you are. Trust me. Join my gang, Phil's Gang, so that we can show you how to benefit, how to profit. But you can't just sit there and own a stock. You got to learn how to short the market. Join my gang. Learn how to short. philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Time is the one thing that we want more of. Without the donors, I wouldn't have my Audrey. They take care of our housing. They take care of our food. In addition to the best medical treatment that my daughter could ever have. So it allows me to focus on my daughter and getting her better.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
You're not a regular listener to Phil's Gang? What, are you nuts? Listen to Phil Grande and check out philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
It was as if they knew what was coming and that they were intentionally stirring the pot there.
Yeah, I like your phrase, manufactured chaos.
Manufactured chaos. I like that phrase. Let's talk about manufactured chaos. No, why don't we talk about why people don't have jobs? Why don't we ask the candidates, look, if companies are purchasing their own stock That means the company's stock values are going down. And they're purchasing them to keep them up. Why? Because their earnings are negative. Their earnings are going down. What are you going to do to stop this? This is ridiculous. We don't have any money to fix our bridges, our roads, our dams. Where'd this money go? All the money. The reason why we're $3.6 trillion, a shortfall of $3.6 trillion in our budget, is because the money is going to stock buybacks. Last year, corporations spent $700 billion in stock buybacks rather than pushing that money, plowing it back into their company for capital investment. If they put their money in capital investment, that means the people who are working at the factories, their wages would go up. And because you're buying capital investment, that means more people are going to get hired. It has the domino effects, it has the multiple effects. I'm going to buy something for my company. I'm going to buy a new microphone. That means that someone's going to have to build the microphone. 2 other people are going to have to get the material out of the ground for the microphone. All of a sudden, you created 5 jobs because I ordered a new microphone. But these greedy guys, and I'd ask, I want to know, you guys tell me, each one of you candidates tell me, how are you going to stop this stock buyback? This is not healthy for the country because we're not creating jobs. 8 years and we cannot grow our economy. 8 years and our growth is less than 2%. We can't grow jobs because we have them plowing back $700 billion back into their own pocket, into stock options. We got to stop with these stock options. This wasn't the purpose for the stock options. This is the law that was put in place by Hillary Clinton's husband, Bill Clinton. So now the greed is, I'm not making enough money. I'm only making $20 million a year. I need more. So what I'm going to do is take all this money, all the profits, and I'm going to give myself better stock options. I'm going to keep the board of directors happy. All the directors happy and the shareholders. I'm going to give them more dividends, which I'm going to collect a dividend. So $700 million stock buybacks to push up stock prices that are going down because why? Because of what they're doing. We don't have earnings. If you don't have earnings, stock prices don't go up. So the way they get the stock prices up is to buy their own shares. So that creates a bubble. So the stock market keeps going up and it's a bubble. I'd ask, what are you going to do about this bubble? And here's the bad part. Machinery sales are down 5.6%. Computers are down 8.7%. Communications equipment in the last year down 21%. Are you kidding? Since the beginning of QE, wages and salaries for U.S. workers has the smallest quarterly gain since 1982. Those ages between 1834 are earning less today than the start of QE. What are you going to do about this? See, this is what they should be asking, not this stupid stuff.
And what really strikes me is, given Donald Trump's almost feral ability to touch certain nerve endings, had he spent the last...
So we're going to talk about nerve endings for Trump instead of this? Stock buybacks? And front-loading the stock market so it goes up 200%? And then when it can't sustain itself, they keep buying their own shares? See, this is what I would talk about. We need to have a conversation about this. I would point out, I'd say, let's not talk about this stuff. The 2 people out of 25,000 people fighting. I want to talk about this. This quarter, right now, profits are declining. This quarter, making this the longest streak of declines in 6 years. What are you going to do if you're president? The S&P 500 has showed negative earnings for the 4th quarter of 2015. If you're president, what are you going to do? Now, because of all this, if you're president, tell me what you're going to do. And because of all this, we are experiencing one of the biggest mutual fund withdrawals, over $40 billion that started in January. And remember, here at Phil's Gang, we were short because I told you in July I saw the money coming out. And I said, let's sell it short. And that's why you should subscribe and be a gang member. So here we go again. So we're sitting here and we're watching. We have negative earnings for the fourth quarter. We're starting to see mutual funds, biggest mutual fund withdrawal ever of $40 billion. This started in January. It's still going on. So to mask it, so stocks won't drop, the S&P is going to do $165 billion in stock buybacks this quarter to keep the stock prices up, to keep the bubble up. And because they're buying their own stock, they're not investing in equipment. There's no capital investment. So the people who are sitting there in the factories, while their bosses are making 2,000 times more they're making, they don't get an increase in wages. Their wages are stagnant. They get trimmed down to part-time because they can go buy $165 billion in stock to move their prices up, stock price up. Now, I want you to take advantage of this. I want you to subscribe to my site. We will take advantage of this. Look here, look, MRO. I told you 2 weeks ago. I told you on March 2nd. I said, join my gang tonight. We're going to buy. No, this was March. I think this was March. No, I'm sorry. It was March 1st. I said, join my gang tonight. We're going to buy MRO. It looks like we're going to buy some MRO. I want you to join. We're going to put it on our PT2. Subscribe. And if you did right now, you'd be up 34%. That's right. Now put this up tonight. I'm going to do a video tonight showing you that how we were up 34% on MRO, which is going to be on our homepage. That's a refiner. Nobody wanted these refiners. And I'm going to put up copper, how we bought copper, and it's up 87%. So I'm going to prove to you these two stocks. And here's what you should do. Let's think about what they're doing. If all these companies are doing, the S&P 500 companies, the biggest companies in the world, if all they're doing is plowing money back into buying their own shares, this stock market's going to go up another 200%. So we want to be positioned. But guess what else it's going to do? We're going to have the third bubble. And it's going to crack. And this time the bubble is going to go down faster, and it's going to go down further than the two previous bubbles. They're crashes. I want you to be prepared for that. I will have you prepared for that. Didn't I have you prepared? When I said in May, we're seeing all this money coming out of the market. In July, the last week of July, I said, I'd never seen so much money coming out of the market. Let's sell short the S&P 500 at $212. Stock, that was the S&P 500, went down 14%. We caught it. Now we're catching on the way back up, 16%. I want you to participate in this. So let me give you the number, 877-600-GANG. Now, as I said, we have all kinds of programs, but I think the wonderful program for you, the same program that we used for copper, the same program that we used for our refiner, that's the working investor program for people who are so busy, who say, I don't have time to do anything. I want you to do everything for me, Phil. Subscribe right now, because this is what companies are going to continue to do.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, my name is Phil Grande at philsgang.com. I'm going to tell you something about your 401k that you don't know. You know the 401k is a tax code? That's what it is. Here's how it worked. In the 80s, you had pension funds, but they decided to give their CEOs a benefit on top of the pension. It was called 401k. That was to shelter their income. That way they could keep the CEOs because it was very competitive. But when all the jobs were shipped overseas, they no longer could keep pension funds. Too expensive. So they shifted all their employees to a 401k, duping you, thinking it was a good deal. But what they did is they charged hidden fees, which amount to about $250 billion a day, that they gave to lobbyists to go to Washington to make sure that this 401k would never be transparent. Here's what came of it.
Responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
That's right. So join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. I'm here to help you. I'm tired, and you should be tired, of listening to these financial shows like CNBC where they're all geniuses and they're always wrong. Look, stop worrying about the price to book and the price to sales and all the stuff they tell you think you need to know. You don't need to know any of that. Anybody can make money in the stock market using charts. It's about money flow. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Do you ever notice they always tell you to buy, but they never tell you to sell? They never tell you to sell. Well, I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you understand. When you buy a stock, and if all you do is buy, and you never sell short to make money where they're going down, you have to be so good. That means you got to buy the companies that are always going up. Nobody's that good. Nobody could possibly be that good. You got to make money just like you make money when you buy a stock. You got to make money when a stock goes down. That's how you even the playing field. That's how professionals make money. They make money going up and make money going down, but they don't tell you that. They just want you to try to make money going up. They don't want you to make money going down because they make that money on you. Join my gang, Phil's Gang. Learn how to short stocks at philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, many people left the stock market after the crash, and here's why.
Responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
And that's still going on. That's your planner. They don't represent you. They represent themselves, your money manager. But you have to make a change. You can't change them. You make the change. Join my gang, philsgang.com, so that we can take care of you. philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, my name is Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know we're going to have not only a stock market crash in 2016, but a housing crash in 2016. Don't you like how they tell us the housing's in recovery and the market's in recovery and the economy's in recovery? When it's not. It's in a bubble. Take housing. They loaned to a Wall Street firm called Blackstone. $7 billion. They buy 41,000 houses to go rent. Are you nuts? When they can't collect the rents anymore, those houses are going on the market and going to depress the real estate business by 30 or 40%. It's the same thing with stocks. They loan people money 600% more than they ever did before to buy stocks. That's all debt. And when the market goes down, they're going to have to dump those stocks to pay back that debt. And boy, will the market drop. Join my gang. Learn how to short. philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
That ain't working, that's the way you do it. Money for nothing and it's free.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
This is now both dangerous and depressing, these rallies.
These rallies are dangerous and depressing. Two people fighting at a rally at 25,000. You go to a hockey game, you got everybody fighting, for God's sakes. It's not in the news. They're mad. They're angry. See, they don't want Trump to disrupt the 1 percentile. The donor pattern, that party who buys the election. See, here's what they don't want. The 1 percentile, the wealthiest, the various wealthiest people in the world, when they buy an election, if they buy a president, they buy a senator, they make the rules. They make the rules. They tell them what they're going to do. And what they've been telling them to do since 2008 is to continue to do quantitative easing, is to make sure the stock market continues to go up. We're not going to take the profits. We're not going to reinvest them. Therefore, we don't care about wages. We don't care about new jobs. We don't care about GDP growth. All we care about is us getting richer than we ever thought we could get. That's what it's all about. That's why they hate Trump, because see, they can't say to Trump, if we fund you, then you're going to have to pledge to us that you're going to carry what we want. Our priority is to keep quantitative easing going. We got to make sure the economy stays terrible. As long as the economy is terrible, we, the 1 percentile, the donor party who buys the election, can make a fortune. As long as we keep the economy bad, we have an excuse to keep bringing the fire engine over from the Federal Reserve and keep pumping up the stock market, keep front-loading it.
We front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally in order to accomplish the wealth effect.
Yeah, accomplish the wealth effect. Bush used housing. So let's think about this. Why didn't the host of these Sunday shows or today, when Sanders said this,
everybody in this country, regardless of their income, if they have the ability, they're going to get a college education. And today I just introduced legislation.
Oh yeah, they're going to give college education free, health care free. He's going to give everybody everything free. I would rather talk about that than about how dangerous this is for to go to a Trump rally. I'd rather ask Sanders, wait, what are you going to do? Is your plan to expand Obama's cradle to grave economy? Is that what you're saying to us? These incredible entitlements? Medicare, Medicaid, then Obamacare? Then I'd ask him, so you're going to extend all that, and now you're going to extend one of the worst social programs on the book called disability benefits, which goes through Social Security Administration, where now, under Obama, the number of healthy, able-bodied Americans have doubled. They're able to go and get a paycheck for life. Healthy people under Obama, that amount of people. Is this what you're going to do? You're going to continue? And I understand that as Hillary wins, she says she's going to continue the same programs as Obama. So if I was the host of the show, I'd be asking, are you an idiot? How are you going to pay for this? Is this what you're going to do? And you're not going to do anything at all about what's going on with this fake rally that's causing us not to have good jobs. There's no productivity, and therefore our standard of living is falling like a rock. But you love it, don't you? Because you want people poor, because you want people depending on you, the Democrat. Now, let me tell you the difference. I always talk to you about my friend, Walter Sharon. I have his wonderful book here. And I want you to get this book, Walter's Way. Go to my homepage, philsgang.com. Or you can go to waltersway.org. This is the man who introduced the fax machine. What an incredible story. This guy Walter goes, works for Linton, does a great job for Linton. He saves their bacon a couple times. Gets them out of trouble. Congressional hearings. He gets them out of trouble, the whole deal. So Lynn's got this fax machine. They just started this fax machine. So he goes to Japan and he turns around and he puts a deal together with what is now called a company called Panasonic. And they did a relationship, a deal, 49-51. Walter kept the 49, they kept the 51. So they were selling millions of these now. Fax machines. Unbelievable. Walter's becoming very wealthy. But what does Walter do with his wealth? He sets up the Barrett and Walter Share Family Foundation. It's kind of man he is. He's so generous. They turn around. He's the 49% partner, and they don't call him. Also, they don't call him. They're over in Japan. He has and Walter has all the salespeople over here. And they're selling these things, and all of a sudden their salespeople take over, Panasonic, and they screwed him. They just took it away from him. He had to go to court with him for years, 2 years, I think it was. He spent all his money. At the end, they got a settlement around $33 million, which he had nothing left by the time he paid the lawyers. He was in his 60s, and he started over again. And became a multimillionaire again. It's unbelievable. What a book. What a story. He gets a certificate of congressional recognition from Congress. Nobody gets that. Very hard to get that. His accomplishments were iconic. I mean, the things this man has accomplished, not just the fact that he had the first publicly traded fax company, Visual Sciences, but the deals that he put together. Even Trump would be humble. Founding board member of 5 multinational companies. And every one of these is a story, what he went through. Just like this story here. They screwed him. Here he goes in, he cuts a deal with them. He's an honest man, works hard, selling millions. They're both getting very, very wealthy, Panasonic and him, and they decide to screw him. At that time, it was the name of the company was, I can't remember, I can't pronounce it. Japanese company. Then and thank God he ended up getting the famous attorney. It's in the book, Roy Cohn, famous attorney, and he helped get this thing to come to an end, to get the Japanese to come over here to come to court and settle. They couldn't even get him to come over to the United States. He showed up to court every day, Walter, and they wouldn't be there. What an incredible book. Story and stories and stories like this through the whole book. This guy's an icon. He's an icon. I told you. How many people do you know where General MacArthur tapped them, or Admiral Rickover tapped them for service? He's done so much. So please, check this book out, Walter's Way. This is just one of the stories about his fax machine. I got screwed in that deal. But he came back. See, this is the thing about him. He always comes back. He never gets down. He faces adversity, takes it head on, and he keeps going. He's always upbeat. An incredible man. And what he said he'll do with this book, he'll split the proceeds between the Vera and Walter Scherer Family Foundation and St. Jude. Nothing better than that. So go to my homepage, philsgang.com. You can order the book there, Walter's Way, or you can go directly waltersway.org. Tremendous stories. Okay. Join my gang tonight, but I am telling you, here's the whole problem. I don't care if you can vote for whoever you want. What I'm trying to tell you is that the elitists, the 1 percentile, they're the ones who are going to make the decision who is going to be the next president. They always do. The reason you don't have a good job, the reason the economy is not doing well, I told you, because they don't plow the money back into the companies. When you don't plow money back into the companies, there's no money left. There's no money for roads or anything else in our economy. You don't create jobs. So what are you and I going to do? We're going to just sit back and get poor? No. I want to help you. I'm reaching out to help you. I want you to reach back and help me, help St. Jude. Buy the book and help the Barrett and Walter Scherer Family Foundation. I will help you. I'm going to put up a video tonight. I'm going to prove to you. When I said to you, join the gang, we were up 87% in copper and now 34% in our refiner. And remember, this one program is ideal for you. The working program. You don't have to do a thing. Join now, philsgang.com, 877-600-GANG. See you on the charts.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me.